Okay, students, today we're going to start talking about inequalities and how to graph them. So first of all, what's an inequality? So now we're going to start using symbols. An equation, let me grab my pen. In an equation, we have equal signs. So you have something over here on this side of the equal sign, and you have something over here on the equal sign. Now in equalities, we're going to start using symbols. Okay, so we have the greater than symbol, which is right here. And we have the greater than or equal to symbol. Now what's the difference between these two? Well, we have a little line here. That little line underneath the greater than sign indicates equal to, which means we're going to include the number that we're going to graph. Then we have less than. We have less than or equal to. Again, there's the little line. The line underneath the less than sign indicates equal to, so we're going to include the number. So you have 4 inequality signs. Next, when we're graphing, we're going to be graphing on a number line. Something like that, right? Where we have the positive numbers to the right, and then we have the negative numbers to the left. Now, greater than. Greater than. What does this mean? This open bubble with the arrow. This open bubble means that it's not equal to the number that is graphed. Now, why do we have a closed bubble here? A closed bubble means that it's greater than or equal to. So this is where we're going to include. So it means equal to. And then again, less than. And less than or equal to. Now I'm going to explain what these arrows are, and we're going to do some examples. All right, first one. We have x is greater than 1. What's our first step? Our first step is to locate 1 on the number line. There's number 1. Our second step, we have the greater than symbol. Okay, greater than symbol. So let's go back. There's our greater than. And here is our greater than. Right up here, excuse me. Greater than. So it's not going to include the number. We have an open hole. So we're going to put an open circle. We have an open circle. Now, the next step, we're going to put numbers in for x to see what's going to make this statement true. So first of all, I always start with 0. 0 is always a really good number to start with. So, is this true? Is 0 greater than 1? No, it's not true. So now I know that 0 is not true. What about negative 1? Is negative 1 greater than 1? No. So that means my arrow is not going to go to the left. Now let's try 1. Is 1 greater than 1? No. There is no line underneath, so there's no equal. That's why our circle is open. Now let's try 2. Is 2 greater than 1? Yes. So this is true. Is 3 greater than 1? This is true. 4 greater than 1? This is true. So everything on the right side of the number line, past 1, will make this statement true. So now we draw our arrow. We just graphed x is greater than 1. Now, we have x is greater than or equal to 1. So what's the difference here? We found 1. We know that all these numbers are greater than, but now we have the little line underneath. So if we look back to greater than or equal, what's the difference here? I have an open circle and I have a closed circle. So now x greater than or equal to 1 means I have to close the circle. And now we just graphed x is greater than or equal to 1. Now, let's try less than. Step number 1. Locate negative 2 on the number line. There's negative 2. So step 2, less than. So let's look to see which way our arrow is going to go. Here's less than. So my arrow is going to go probably to the left, right? Now, third step, plug in numbers for x. Always start with 0. Is this true? Is 0 less than negative 2? No. 0 does not work. And if you notice, it's to the right of negative 2. Right? I have a less than sign, so that means open hole. And if I plug in negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, and so on, that will make this statement true. So I can draw my arrow to the left. I just graphed x is less than negative 2. Now, I have x is less than or equal to negative 2. We already found negative 2. We already know that our arrow is going to go to the left. The difference now between the less than or equal to and just the less than is now we're going to include negative 2. So now our circle is solid. And here we go back. Greater than to the right, greater than or equal to solid circle. Less than, open circle to the left, less than or equal to solid circle to the left. Now, this is how we read them. Here's an example. X is less than 2. There's the 2 on the number line. Less than means open circle, left. All of these numbers to the left of the number line will satisfy this inequality and make it true. And we read it all real numbers less than 2. Because all real numbers less than 2 will satisfy this inequality. Now we have x is greater than negative 2. Step 1, locate negative 2 on the number line, right? This is a greater than sign, so it's an open circle. And we know everything to the right will satisfy this equation. All real numbers greater than negative 2. Now, x is less than or equal to 1, Find the 1 on the number line. It's a less than or equal to, so it's a solid circle because we're including the number 1. We draw our arrow to the left. That means all these numbers to the left will satisfy this inequality. Last, we have x is greater than or equal to 0. We find 0. There's an equal at the bottom, so we know that we include the 0. We fill in the circle, draw the line to the right. All the numbers to the right of the number line, all real numbers greater than or equal to 0, satisfy this equation.